So they have and he was like, "Oh, it's correct." And I was like, I like the last. I love it. And I used to maintain 100 at any time. So now I got to the, you know, like December was I
was just hang out with it.
Yeah, so the past few days, like, not your business. Yeah. I'm one of the trainees. What? And now, then I got pregnant, and now I'm pregnant again. It's been like a 3 year thing. Yeah, I have a 3.5 year old and a 20-year old, and then I'll do my family. We'll live in the home, yeah, basically 2 years for each of them, so. You know what? They got very excited about freshman year, and they're hanging out with him doing whatever. I'm sure they got working on TV. Yeah, and I told her I still have that, but I do think I'm like, all right. Yeah, because I know it's kind of big, but I think we don't. Yeah.
Another accident going down.
The other day because you always get you can't even tell me the last thing you took.
In the morning. You in the afternoon.
It's like I need to come out of the house.
I think people are eager to get home. What do you think of this?
Yeah. Yeah, starting. I don't know how to do this. It's funny, because I nominated Thursday, so I was like, Thursday night. And then I just. So. I'll have. Thursday, Friday, Monday, and I'll work them today. And just look at Sports.
Hey, Stephanie,
What's up?
I'm gonna volunteer my time.
You're gonna get rid of the courts? All right, am I on? Is it working? Okay. All right, welcome everyone. If you want to grab some food and take a seat, we are gonna start. We have a really jam-packed full meeting. It's the last meeting of the Rotary year, so we're gonna have a lot of things to cover. Hang on. We're having issues. Hang on. What? No.
Yeah, watch out for. Really lucky to have Casey in our team.
Well,
Good going. That's right.
all right, now we're rolling. Okay. All right, so welcome to our last meeting. We're gonna hear from me for our Rotary year, and then also we're gonna have some time to say farewell to Lynn, our teaching student. Just, all of our meetings are recorded. Using our thing.
Don't say anything over that.
You can also view all of our meetings on YouTube. So if you all can stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, that would be great. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, welcome visitors and guests. Neil. Is this loud enough or should we turn this up?
Yeah, it's loud enough.
Okay.
We have time to ask any question? We do? Nope, okay. All right. Normally we ask our guests a question, we'll have them stand up and introduce themselves, but I'll just call out your name if you just stand and just wait for the group so that they know they come over there and speak with you guys. So we have Casey Fisher. Thank you, Casey. Then Bob Allen's a visiting Rotarian. I apologize if I pronounce this wrong. Aji, so Agi? I'm sorry. Nice. Then Jason's better half, Amanda. Then we got Eric and then Mindy. Shaylin Crack. Welcome, welcome. Nancy Clift. Nancy. Dave Anderson. Thank you, Dave. Josh Port. Scott. I don't have a last name written now. Okay. Scott online? Oh, yeah. And then, Jacob, I'm sorry, I can't read the last.
Yeah.
Siamas? Yeah. Well, thank you all for joining us tonight. Please come up and ask one of us in our Rotary shirts a little bit about Rotary and we'll gladly tell you all about it. Thank you for all visiting tonight.
Yeah. Do we have any online guests? Just Scott, okay. Okay, so, normally right after this, we do a little meet your members, but I figured it'd be really busy, we have lots of people. So instead, halfway through the year, back in January, we did a birthday celebration for all of our members where people had to write a goal and put it in an envelope. And I just opened them last night because, last minute things. So I got to read everyone's goals for the year. I didn't put your names, but I'm gonna kind of go through them and I want to see if anyone accomplished them. And if you did, stand up and say you did. So first, some of them are, I'll just kind of read a few of them, but a lot of the ones I found were, find a different job, running, traveling, losing weight, and doing house projects. So if this is one of yours, please stand up if you completed it. You were. Awesome. Which one's yours, if you want to say? Awesome. Good, we're one for all. All right, spend less, work less, house hunting, saving money. Who got engaged? There's a couple of those, actually. Anyone? Oh, maybe it's Sammy. Awesome. Someone wants to lose another 10 pounds? How about this? Find a new job that I love. I know who that one is. Lori and me. Start a voice piano studio in my home.
I didn't.
We got half a year yet. How about any of these?
Yes, I was here visiting that week
You were here visiting?
and I did start a business.
You did start a business? Awesome. Well, welcome back halfway through the year. How about this one? I know one of these.
I'm pregnant. I don't know if that was mine, but I'm pregnant.
I think yours was the less volunteering, more time for myself and fun old lady hobbies. I'm pretty sure that was yours.
Well, then I'm gonna pick the other one because I'm not gonna have more time to myself, so.
Okay. Anyone else? I thought these ones are pretty good too. What, whoever had the trip one, is that a trip that's being planned?
I think that one's mine.
Was that yours?
So what, or personal.
Yes,
It is
it is.
planned for November.
All right, so we have like 6 people. Awesome. Be happy. I feel like we're all happy, right? I mean, we can all say that one was good. And then here's a few more. Anyone else?
Oh,
Nope.
Megan's got her hand up.
Megan, is that yours?
Spring and I wasn't transferred to this role, so I'm no longer traveling.
Awesome. So I would say we did pretty good. So the whole objective of this was to think about a goal that you had during the year, write it down and then see where you are. Now it's almost halfway through the year and maybe we'll follow up at the end of the year. Okay, another thing we did this year was a Rotary After Hours Member of the Month, and we had May and June was Jason Jones. So Jason has been here for almost a year and he enjoyed going to RAH, and maybe you could tell us a little bit about your concerts, because I think that's a cool story.
For a good chunk of my life, 10 years, I did national security all around the state. Walking at it, across everything, everywhere in between. I've seen really good concerts. That's some good people, that's that. Back on life. Doing that. Here we are. But you probably could think of an artist that probably would. What's your favorite? Really, I'd say probably. I have to go to China. To develop a solid pressure.
Awesome. All right. Well, so Jason will have this shared on our social media just so we can get to know him, but it was really great to see all 12 of you throughout the year and just learn a bit more about you. Now I'll give the announcements, just come to the front. My first one is, if you haven't signed up for the Loggers game in July, you should do that because it's gonna be awesome, it'll be fun. Kids are welcome, friends are welcome, other Rotarians are welcome. All the signups are online, there's an adult ticket or a kid's ticket. Jenny is running late, but she has Riverfest fencing, that is next week. So if you'd like to do that, please show up. And following this meeting is our party at Top Shots, so we can celebrate the year. Make sure you stick around so we can get a group photo at this meeting and then a group photo over there as well, so we can update all of our social media. And then we'll kind of go through our committees quickly. Service committee update. Jenny is not here, she is running late, so I don't think I see who I need to say. So we'll probably announce this at the next meeting, but we did a RAH service award each quarter. This quarter was Rachel Frisbee. She had the most attendance for all the volunteer events, so congrats to her. I'll have her be told that again at the next meeting. And then here are all of our service award winners from this past year. So thanks to Angela, Erin, Amy, Aaliyah, and Rachel. We had a 18. Leadership. Neil. If you want to talk a little bit about the new member mentor program.
Yeah, so most people got paired up with a new member mentor, so that's just someone that's been in the club for a while. They'll just hang out with you, maybe we'll get coffee or beer, whatever you prefer, something like that. Could be before the meeting, could be after the meeting, could be outside of Rotary times, but you just get to know the person well and just invite them to socials. I understand coming to a club where you're just brand new at, sometimes it feels like, oh man, I'm just outside this club. And it's hard to fit in, but we're all really welcoming. So it's just a way to help ease you in and get to know your interests, so you can join these wonderful committees and contribute to the club a little bit and learn a little bit more about service projects and all that. So if you're interested in being a new member mentor, please reach out to myself or Nathan as well, or even staff here too, and we'll get you on that list as well.
And I've just known for this.
Perfect. So Nathan came up with this great idea of celebrating our Rotary members. Some people don't have family around this area, and Rotary is their family. So this is a way of celebrating our Rotarians, and so we just asked for nominations from our club members, and there's one for this year. So if you I'm sure you've seen it all on the news, but our very own Rotarian Dustin Lukey was named Commodore.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Really cool, really cool. Yeah.
All right, Marissa's up for foundation.
I gotta find my way to this.
Yep.
My daughter has me on the clock, you know, and she's got me on the clock. The last time she did it, I went way over my time, so I've got myself on the timer. So just let me begin by saying that tonight we're recognizing people with a Paul Harris Fellowship, but let's take a step back. I'm gonna start my clock. Oh, it doesn't run it. Well, that's tough.
You're right, yeah, it is, right there.
The idea of a foundation was first floated in 1918, did become a reality until 1928. And then it was totally unfunded until 1947. Paul Harris died, and Paul Harris said, don't make a big deal out of this, but if you want to do something, maybe a little something for the foundation. $2 million came into the foundation. $2 million in today's age doesn't sound like a lot of money, but in today's age, that $2 million is $28,813,000. And you gotta understand, they were just coming out of World War II, so that was pretty darn significant. At any rate, our Rotary Foundations has so much good, and at that point in time, they determined that anybody that contributed $1,000 would be recognized as a Paul Harris Fellow. And subsequently, they said it didn't even have to be $1,000 in one lump sum, it could be over a period of time. And so tonight we're recognizing members of our club, who have achieved that status, Paul Harris Fellowship. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Did I do it good?
Great job.
She's not here yet, so we'll go to. And Nathan's not here either. Okay. You wanna do it?
I'll introduce you just for. Well, our first nominee or recipient is Brendan Harris, Paul Harris +6. That's pretty significant. Right?
Brendan.
Come on up. I'll call on the final ball. Thank you. Congratulations, and thank you very much. Oh, that's the next thing. You got it, Brendan? Oh, there you go.
It's not for the camera. There you go.
Gotcha. There you go.
Okay,
Good. Next thing.
oh yeah, it's you.
Oh, crying out loud. Richard Dickinson. I know her. Paul Harris +8.
Smile for the camera. Yeah, smile for the camera.
I think that's it. We're missing two. Okay.
I just want to make one last comment about this. You don't know and you can't really fully appreciate what happens with the money that we contribute to the Rotary International Foundation until you travel into other parts of the world and you see Rotary at work. I saw people that were living literally hand to mouth, day by day. I understood that you not only live poor, some people live in squalor. I want to assure you, the money is well spent. We are, according to Charity Navigator, we're one of the top, maybe 20 charities in the entire world out of 16,000 in terms of how we use our money, that money. And it's mainly because we volunteer our services to make these things happen. So I want to say thank you to everybody that's a Paul Harris Fellow, those people that are working towards it. It's money well invested. Thank you.
At our foundation presentation last fall, we offered a Paul Harris Fellow match incentive for all members. So if you signed up for Rotary Direct from the end of November through the end of December, you received 200 extra Paul Harris Fellow points. And we had a handful of members that did that. So thank you to those that signed up for Rotary Direct. And then there's people that give their time over any treasure they have, which is, and I have a typo, yikes. Which is equally as important because our motto in Rotary is service above self. And so we wanted to recognize those that give their time and time again. And so from November 26th through June 30th, which isn't quite happened, but I don't believe we have a service event. Maybe we have 30th fencing. Okay, I'll add 50 points to anybody that comes to fencing. You earn 50 Paul Harris Fellow points from the club for each volunteer opportunity you participated in. So I ran the report and it's quite astonishing how those add up. And almost every member is getting a point match in some denomination. Those at the very top, Jenny is not here right now. 600 points will be going to her. Rachel is also getting 600 and Aaron is getting 600. And you can see the breakdown from points there. If there's any discrepancy or you think you should get more or less, please let me know, but that's straight out of Club Runner. So thank you for contributing your time. Thank you for contributing your talent and your treasures because the power of the Rotary Foundation is really impactful and we are happy to award all of you in some denomination. Thank you.
Okay, Nevin is.
Hey, yeah.
All right, so we are gonna have Nevin's year in review and it's been a great, wonderful year. So I can't wait to hear what you all learned and I'll ask you some questions at the end.
All right, sounds good.
Got it?
Yep.
There you go.
Guys, well, there was supposed to be a picture,
Snowy.
on the top right, but it's not there anymore. Yeah, whatever. So, yeah, I got here 11 months ago in August, and I mean, I can still remember the first day I was here. I mean, I can still like remember the plane ride here. I was so nervous and everything. And I was so scared to, like, I was not scared of anything, but to not make a good first impression to Eric and Danny. But, yeah, I arrived here and everybody here welcomed me with open arms and I felt comfortable right away. And yeah, I still remember going to the grocery store with Eric and Danny and picking out steaks and Eric asked me if I like Swiss cheese. And I was like, I don't know what Swiss cheese tastes like. Like, we only have cheese in Switzerland, not Swiss cheese. So, yeah, and we didn't have school yet, so I had a few days just to like relax, adapt to my like new environment, which was nice. And yeah, I just got to meet like lots of new people, which was nice. Oh yeah, the picture up on the top right was supposed to be a picture of me, Josh, Pearl, and Eric together. But yeah, I also had my first football practice that week, which was cool. I've never played football before, and when I came here, definitely wanted to try that out. And I'm happy I did because when I went to my first practice, I made friends right away, which was good for, oh, hey, there it is, Eric. Which was good because in September at my first day of school, and on my first day of school, I knew some people right away because of football, which was nice. So I had to sit, like, I had someone to sit with at lunch, or I knew somebody in class, which was cool. And then, yeah, I also had my first presentation at this Rotary Club. I can still like remember being very nervous and yeah, hoping I'm gonna do good, but yeah. And the highlight of the month was probably me going to a Badgers game with Eric and his sister and her son. That was pretty cool. Yeah, the atmosphere there was great, and also like the kind of like tradition they have where they like all start like jumping around and stuff. That was cool to see. I was pretty impressed by that. I mean, European fans are still better, but yeah, that was cool. And then, yeah, already 2 months in, we got to October. I went to Devil's Lake with Anna's host family. Anna's exchange students. Also, she's a, yeah, she goes to a Salem. And her host family asked me if I wanted to come to Devil's Lake with them, so that was pretty cool. I really liked it there. We went hiking and yeah, just beautiful area right there. And yeah, really enjoyed that. And then we went to a Packers game, my first Packers game. That was pretty cool. It was me, Eric, Danny, and Danny's best friend, Courtney. I can still remember her very good. And yeah, we were tailgating before the game. That was pretty cool, and it was just cool to see all the crazy fans there. And then, of course, like being at the game was amazing too. I mean, Packers fans are crazy, and yeah, it's just cool to see. And yeah, they were playing the Arizona Cardinals, I think. Yep. Yeah, that was a good game. They won. So that was pretty exciting. And then a week after that, me, Eric, and Danny went to Florida. That was my first vacation here, my first little trip. And yeah, we had an amazing time there. Had a good week there. Yeah, it was just nice to like relax, do a lot of nothing and eat some good food, just enjoy the time there. So that was pretty cool. And during that week, my like the football team lost in the playoffs, and I was pretty happy about that because it was already cold here. And I did not want to stand on the sideline for another game. It was freezing out there. So then November came around and basketball season started for me. We had tryouts and I was really nervous again because I wanted to make varsity so bad, and I made it. Yeah, I was super excited about that, made varsity, yeah, that was like my only goal pretty much to make varsity. I didn't like really want to play on the play. I mean, of course, I want to play, but that was like the goal for me to just make varsity. Yeah, that was pretty cool. And then we had like a little volleyball tournament at the school. And me and all my friends, we dressed up as like, I don't know what we dressed up as, but yeah, so that was pretty fun. And then Anna's host family asked me again if I wanted to come with them to the Mall of America. And I said yes, and the mall was fine. I didn't like it too much, to be honest. I mean, there was just a lot of stores and too much people, so I was pretty happy when we left the place. But the next day, we went to this park right there. It was like a state park, and yeah, that was pretty nice. And we went on like a little hike there. So that was nice. And then we also had the Rotary Lights Parade that month, which was cool. It was freezing and I didn't have the right clothes on during the parade. I remember still like I was freezing the whole time. But yeah, seeing the lights was cool and the hot chocolate was definitely good too. And then December, yep. Yeah, Christmas time. So we had the Ugly Sweater 5K that month. That was pretty cool. My only goal was to beat Eric, which I did. Still happy about that. Um, yeah, that was pretty cool. And we also had like a Rotary weekend with all the exchange students from the districts that weekend, which was cool. Went to the boys and girls club right after and spent the night there, so that was cool. Yeah, and then like a week after, me, Eric, and Danny went to pick out a Christmas tree for Danny. I never did that before, so that was cool. And then, yeah, as you can see, we picked out a pretty nice tree. Danny was very happy. And then a week later, I think, yeah, I had to switch host families for the first time. I was very nervous, of course, because yeah, new family, new environment and everything. But I mean, yeah, I felt comfortable with Josh and Mindy and Pearl and Cam right away too, because they're awesome people and yeah, it was awesome. Oh, we also had Christmas break, so that was pretty nice. We got a few days off, and then we went to celebrate Christmas with Mindy's family and Josh's family, so that was pretty cool. And yeah, I think December was a cool month. I can still remember a lot from it, so yeah. And then January, yeah, it wasn't the most exciting month, I think. It was just yeah, we got done with Christmas break and then it was just pretty much basketball and school every day for 4 weeks. So yeah, since you've been playing basketball right there, it was a lot of basketball. And yeah, as I said, it was pretty much just going to school every day and then having practice right after our game and then going home and going to bed. And that was, yeah, rinse and repeat pretty much. And then February, yeah, during that month, I still have basketball, so, like Josh and Mindy, they wanted to take me somewhere, like, we all wanted to go on a trip, but it was kind of hard because of, yeah, my basketball season that was going on. But we still made it work, and we went to Texas. Yeah, that was a fun trip and crazy at the same time, a lot of crazy things happened during that trip. I remember still how we like drove down to Chicago because we were flying out of Chicago and then we had to like wait at the airport for such a long time because it was snowing outside. So our plane got stuck on the runway, I think, and then our flight was delayed and whatever. And at like 1 in the morning, we thought we were gonna like board the plane, but then they just canceled the flight. So we had to stay at the airport and spend the night there and then catch a flight the next morning at like 6 a.m. to like Dallas. And then from there we went to Houston. And yeah, we spent like the afternoon in Houston and yeah, I really liked Houston. Houston was nice. I liked yeah, just downtown Houston was nice. And then we went to an NBA game. We went to see the Houston Rockets versus the Golden State Warriors. So that was pretty cool. And me as a Warriors fan, I was real excited about like seeing Steph Curry. I mean, that was my, yeah, childhood dream to like see him play in real life. So that was a dream come true for me. And then after the game, we drove to Austin and we spent the next 3 days there, I think. And yeah, Austin was pretty nice. I loved Austin. It was, yeah, it's a nice town or a nice city. Yeah, we went to University of Texas at Austin and yeah, just had a good time there. Went to see some live music and yeah. And then March. Yeah, in March, our basketball season was or got done or was over because we lost to Salem. So that was, yeah, it was a good game, but tough loss, I guess. I was kind of happy though because I don't know, it was such a long season, so I was kind of happy it was finally over because was like, I was thinking about doing track, but I was not sure if I should do it, so I was talking to Danny about it, and then, yeah, she told me I should do it, so I did it, and I joined track. And at first, I didn't really like it because it was still like kind of cold outside, so we didn't like really practice outside all the time. And we mainly like practiced inside in the gym, so that was like most of the time pretty boring and it was not like too exciting. But I had my first meet after like 2 weeks. I didn't do too good, but that was still like very exciting. And yeah, that was fun. And then you can see me and Cam, my host brother right there in Madison. We went to a concert. That was pretty nice. And then at the bottom there, you can see me and him kind of like squaring up. We had like a little fight night. So yeah, no one got hurt. No one got hurt. But yeah, that was pretty fun. And then April, yeah, during April, there was just, yeah, I had like a lot of like stuff going on with track. And then I also joined the AU basketball team. Central had their own AU basketball team and I joined the team. And that was pretty fun because I actually like got to play like a lot and yeah, I was playing very good, I think. So that was fun. And yeah, we had like a bunch of meets with track, which was cool too. And then I did some volunteering with Rotary, of course, as you can see at the exchange. That was pretty chill. We had to like clean fridges and clean the windows and all, yeah, kind of stuff like that. And then we got breakfast after, me and Danny, so that was pretty cool. I mean, yeah, because I like to eat, I guess. And then I don't know what the bottom one was called. Ivy, yeah, exactly. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I liked what it was like. How should I say this? Like, I mean, I didn't like what we did there because it was pretty much doing the same thing 2 hours over and over. But yeah, but it was for a good cause, so that was cool. And then Easter was also during April, so we were celebrating Easter with Josh's parents at their house. So that was pretty nice. Yeah. And then May, during that month was prom. I had a date, as you can see. Her name was Malia, or is Malia, not was. She's still here, still alive. Um, yeah, I had a date, we had a good time, and then after, I was hanging out with my friends. So yeah, prom was very, like, was a lot of fun. And then I also went to Ryla. Ryla was also cool. Met a lot of like cool people there, made some new friends, that was cool. I also had a like a AU tournament that week, and so, yeah, to my surprise, the AU meet was actually, or the AU tournament was also at the Dell, so that worked out perfectly. So yeah, that weekend was a lot of fun, and then, yeah, track was almost over, yeah, it got done in May. We got through regionals, but a lot of people got hurt or injured at regionals, which was kind of unlucky because then at sectionals, I think we would have had a chance with like our main guys, to, like make it to state, but yeah, we got dead last. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm still, yeah, track was super fun. I'm happy I did it. I met a lot of new people and I love the sport. And I was also like better than expected, I think. Like I didn't think I would be that good at track, I guess.
He got first place in the long jump one day. Let's just say that. And he got athlete of the year for track.
You know? And then June, my last month here. Yeah, June was exciting. School was almost over. So I was just like, enjoying my last few days here at school and trying to like spend as much time with friends and everyone here. We went out on the river a lot, me and my friends. So that was pretty cool. And then right as summer break started, I went on the West Coast trip. Yeah, that was a fun trip. Went to a lot of places like the Grand Canyon, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, Yosemite National Park, and San Francisco. I would say San Francisco was definitely my favorite part about the trip. I really like the city. And my favorite team is from there, so yeah. And I also met like a lot of, yeah, new people, made some good friends there. We had an amazing time. And yeah, I'll probably never forget that trip because yeah, it's been an awesome 2 weeks with all those people and yeah, made lots of memories, I guess. And yeah, that was pretty much my year. I also want to say thank you to all of you guys. I want to, yeah, everyone here. I want to thank you guys. Oh, oh. I want to thank both my host families for hosting me. I also want to say thank you to the Falconberries because they would have hosted me, but yeah. And yeah, just thank you to all of you guys because without you guys, this wouldn't be possible for me. And yeah, this year was amazing. I could be more grateful to be here, and I think words can't describe how grateful I am to like be here and yeah, to have this chance. So yeah, thank you.
I just wanted to say thank you to Nevin. I learned a lot from you this year, trust me. But also, thanks to all the YUCs and the two host families that are here. And thank you so much for being so flexible for the special circumstances that occurred. So again, congratulations, and anybody who would like to meet at the airport, Thursday between 12 and 12:30, no?
11:30, I think.
You're doing 11:30?
He leaves at 11.
Yeah.
Is it 11:30? Okay. Yeah, 11:30, 10:15. What time do you want to meet there?
If anyone wants to go, it would be like
10:15.
10:15, between 10 and 10:15.
Between 10 and 10:15 to see Nevin off and say farewell, but not farewell, but see you again.
Yep, see you.
Because I heard you have some plans coming up, baby.
Yep.
So congratulations and God bless. Thanks.
We're gonna just ask you a couple quick questions, and then we have a few more things to wrap up your year. So, what would you say is something you've learned about yourself through this exchange?
Probably that I can make friends anywhere in the world, no matter where I go. Yeah.
What about what do you plan to take back home with you? Skills, memories, or habits?
I think I'm definitely gonna eat more at home than I did a year ago, so my mom definitely has to cook a bit more food. And I started like lifting every day here, so I'm gonna get a gym membership probably as soon as I get back home and yeah, go to the gym every day.
What food are you gonna miss the most here?
Probably cheese curds and Culvers.
All right, so I'm just gonna have, I think Laura come on up here and do a few things, maybe just stick up around up here for a little bit. Laura, tell them here. Am I doing the blue bag or just the striped bag? Okay, I can do both. Okay, so I'm Laura. I used to be way more involved in youth exchange, but I have kids now and I can't do that. So, I just want to say on behalf of the Youth Exchange Committee and the Youth Committee and our club, thank you so much for being such a great student with us this year. I know you were incredibly busy, which just shows that you took full advantage of exchange. And, because of that, we put together a little gift for you. There's something particular in there that Danny and Eric spent quite a bit of time on. There's a photo book in there that documents your entire exchange. So please feel free to keep that and reminisce on it. I had a blast looking through all the pictures and seeing all the things that you did. It's amazing to see what you can cram into 11 months, and you definitely, like I said, took advantage of it. I didn't go to Florida this year. I didn't go to Texas this year, so jealous of you, and thank you for being a part of our club for this year. So thank you, Devin. In addition, we have a gift for the host parents. Not Danny and Eric, because you're just part of our club and here, but the courts, we just want to say on behalf of our club, thank you so much for opening your home. As Phil mentioned, this was a flexible year for us. We really, really appreciate you guys continuing on to host Nevin, doing everything that you did for him and just being such an impactful part of his life for those 11 months that he was here. I helped do the host family training, and I always say how important it is to do this, this, and this, but really you guys have to adjust based on the student, and it looks like you guys did a phenomenal job. So on behalf of our club, there's a little token of appreciation. And if anybody is interested in hosting, here's some good people to talk to. We are still potentially looking for a third host family for Georgia. I'm like, that's I think, how you say her name. She's coming in August, so we're gonna start the whole process over again. And Nevin, if you haven't noticed, I will continue to bother you over the years for life updates. So please respond to my messages when I reach out to you in a couple of months. So thank you very much, and thanks to our club for being so supportive of Youth Exchange. It has been, this is like our 7th or 8th student now, so it's crazy to think about all of the lives that we've touched and all of the changes that we've experienced because these kids come to our club. So thank you very much, and back to Steph. I know that you guys might be leaving. If you could, anyone's part of the Youth Exchange, if maybe you could go over and take a photo with Dave before, I'll have you do that, because the next is the magic of lacrosse, the full year of events. Yeah, you're good. Just don't leave. Okay, so, so this year was the final theme year for presidents, through Rotary International. And my theme this year was the magic of Rotary, which I in turn turned it into the magic of lacrosse. So we're gonna go through kind of the whole year, and it was really awesome to see all the things we did and accomplish, but also it made me really sad that this year went so fast. So here we are. I kind of started it with, kind of doing like a little quote every meeting. And this one kind of resonated with me when I went to the Singapore conference. And it was, you create the magic with every project completed, every dollar donated, and every new member. So I try to keep that in mind the entire year, that everything should be magical. Some of the remarks for Stephanie Urchin's year was to make every club simply irresistible, have a sense of belonging, really engage with the member experience, and utilize diversity, the Rotary Action Plan, and build peace to prevent and conflict. And then just all of the different areas of focus that you can use throughout the year. So here is our year, guys. I wanted to do it with like music and make it all really cool, but I already spent a lot of time and a lot of Dateline watching this, so here we are. So, here we started last year, Rock the Rotary year, look at all our cool shirts, we're doing that again, so we get new pictures. It's kind of our signature event every year, just to celebrate what we all do. We went quickly into Riverfest fencing, we had our youth exchange student there as well, look at Dean just getting that fence, looks great. Then, in July, I started my year and we talked about, my Philippines trip and going to the Singapore conference. It was really an awesome experience. I think that really shaped a lot of my, sense of belonging in Rotary. And I got to meet someone named Stephanie too, so that was cool. Loggers night, we even had a group experience from Meg. It was really cool going through these pictures, seeing like everyone and like, it's really awesome. We have our kids coming. You can see Laura's kids, my kid in the middle, like just everyone have a great old time. We did a meeting with all different local nonprofits or events that could have volunteer opportunities. So that was great just to hear about what we could help out in the lacrosse area, enhancing the magic of lacrosse. We welcomed Nevin. So there's a group of everyone getting him from the airport and then going to the Moon Tunes. We had Avenues of Service. We celebrated Ashley and Brad last year. I thought that was a really cool picture of us, so let's recreate that this year. So please plan on attending August 13th for Avenues of Service. Our first tour of our Magical Lacrosse was at the Hickson House. We had an awesome group. The gardens were beautiful. We learned a lot. We want to go back for the Christmas celebration just to get dressed up. So see if we can do that this year. We had a lot of volunteer events in the fall, the Northside Block Party, Highway Cleanup, helping at the exchange. Good old Mini Masters, this is the first year that it rained, it was an event. The picture down here sums up how I felt and drenched like a rat because it downpoured and in all of the years, it's never downpoured that much. But we survived and we raised almost $6,000 within a couple hours, so woo-hoo to us. We had the district governor come visit, Todd Bristol. He did a great job with his year, so thanks for him. We also had all of my little friends from the Rotary Friendship Exchange in the Philippines come. They came to our meeting, they helped us Oktoberfest bartend, they immersed themselves in lacrosse, they got to drink a lot of beer, and they're really wanting to come back. Again, bartending, here's all of us. Jenny, you worked those taps, I hate that tap thing, but we are gonna do Oktoberfest bartending again because we raised $3,700. And we decided last meeting of what we're gonna use that for. Another standard volunteer event we have is Monday meals. Everyone can helping out at Trinity with Pastor Phil. That's been something that we've done all through the year. We had another tour, the Lacrosse Dark Tour, which we got to see all the spooky, haunted, weird stories of lacrosse. It was a great group. Thanks to Kelly for being our awesome speaker and host. You know, then we had to do highway cleanup. We even had Birdie in there, all hands on deck with that. This was kind of special to me because I saw them in Singapore. They flew around the world to help eradicate polio and raise funds. They flew up from Iowa for that night and they came to visit our club, which was really cool. And I mentioned that we would let them know how much we raised for polio this year, just so it can go towards their goal. We did our Shark Tank project with our Gear Up care packages, myself, Angie, and Jenny. We did that project throughout the year. We got to hear about what the college students were up to and then send them packages. Marissa, awesome event planner, got to pickleball for polio and helped our club raise money along with other local clubs. This event is coming back in October if you want to participate. We are going to help sponsor it, but if anyone wants to go, please keep the date in October. Tour of the Ripley, I think this is one of the ones that we all want to go back in a few years, once we get everything all completed on the upstairs. Jenny actually joined our club because of us coming to her place of employment. So Jenny has a lot of things that she is eager to show us and share with us, so it was great to go to the Ripley. The youth cultural dinner that was held here, so all of the youth exchange got to cook up their favorite food, helped with local chefs and restaurants. So that's always a good time in November. Friendsgiving, we held at Jenny's house. We had games and chicken because turkeys don't come out until closer to Thanksgiving. But we had a really good time and a really good turnout. So thanks Jenny and HB for hosting us. Then we got into the Christmas season, Rotary Lights Parade, where Nevin got cold. Look at how cold you look there. Your glasses are even fogged up there. You gotta learn that Wisconsin gets real cold, or really hot like it is now. Ugly Sweater 5K, thanks to Ashley for all that she does. We raised probably the most money, I think, this year than we ever have. It is a all hands on deck volunteer event for our whole club, and you can see that there's all of us there and friends and celebrating after. I wanted to do like a cool Christmas party, so we had Santa. And we had a huge saran ball wrap and we all decked out in our outfits. And the favorite picture is your kids crying. I love that. I love that photo. Then we have the Grinch and the guitar and the ukulele and singing and Brad and where's Amy? She's still here? The Grinch got some new shoes, so she's ready for bell ringing in the 5K. We also had an event of serving s'mores, and then we went into January after all the holidays and celebrating all of our birthdays and having our goals that we just talked about. We did some birthday boxes. I've seen other people kind of take the lead on doing that because Waver is in need of food and everyone wants to celebrate a birthday, so we can also try to do that again. Nevin was really busy with all the sports, so we tried to make sure everyone could have opportunities to go visit him. And then we also went and celebrated Ashley, who got the Emerging Leader Award. And you can see all of us just having a good old time there, so congrats to Ashley for that. Again, with the magic of lacrosse, Jen Barney is local. She was on the Food Network. She came to speak with us. She brought us really good cookies, desserts, and she does a lot of really great things for the community. Soup cook-off, I think this is a fan favorite of Angela and Jason, so I think we're gonna have some competition next year. So we had a cook-off and Angela was so proud of her first place blue ribbon on your fridge. This is one of our favorites, I think, so Nevin, you'll get to be a part of this when we do it again. It's just checking in on our kids. We zoomed in all of our youth exchange kids that could be a part, and we got to hear what they're up to. It's really great just to like keep that connection. Then in February, we got out of the snow, went to Mexico, and you can see we had a really great time. I think most of you around here that all went. So it was just great to get to see Valladolid with through the eyes of Bill and Josh, and we had a great time there. We've also celebrated Paul Harris Fellows through the year. We have had, I believe, 8 of them that have gone through this year, including the ones tonight. We did a volunteer event at Waver Food Pantry. Then we have our signature Shark Tank event that happens the end of February. So think of your idea, partner up with a new member, try to think of an idea that you can do to use $5,000 in funds. This year, Megan won. She is doing the Shade for Positive People. That will start this year, and that'll be for the Cooley Region Humane Society. So congrats to Megan. We also did our Penterfolio. We had a huge crowd. We went to Pearl Street Brewery, we drank some beers, we had some trivia. My team won, that was awesome. And then Spencer makes an appearance. It's really awesome to see who is in these photos. So Spencer is there. We then talked about our trip for Mexico, which was, a really great experience. I'm hoping that we can do that in the next few years and go back. IFeed, that was a really awesome time. We had 2 teams both times. We rocked it. We had a system, although it was kind of boring, like Nevin said. If you missed the bag, it went everywhere. Like if you didn't put too much, then they were yelling at you that it was too heavy, like Amy. So we learned a lot. So next year, let's do that again. We also do our Rotary Likes Check tonight, and I turned it into Christmas around the world. So we got to experience different foods and different cultures, just to kind of just see what the world is about. Switzerland, I put a few things for you, and I think what was the one that you didn't really know? The fondue, the turnip lanterns. It was really interesting reading some of them, or like, Philippines lasts for like 8 months of Christmas. That's just too much. Finally gets to the spring, got nice out. We went to Lake Chateau. We had a great turnout. We got to see the whole mansion. We went down to the basement, had a signature drink. It was a great time. A couple of us went to TriCon. We got to see some of our friends there. I spoke about after hours concept with 2 other girls, and Laura got to come and reminisce of old times in TriCon.
I can't believe the guy's jacket didn't make it.
I mean, there's so many
MC had
photos.
the best
He
suit.
did have the best, it kind of looked like the background, it was obnoxious. We did highway cleanup again, have to get those 3 or 4 times in. I'm not sure if they found anything cool this year, but we found lots of different things over the years. Nevin living life, like, I know you're so busy, but you got to go to church, you got to go to prom, we had to make sure Sophia was in a photo. And then we went to the north side, so we've been doing our tour around La Crosse, and we went to the sweet shop where everyone enjoyed ice cream and hearing more. We even got to see Caitlin and Justin's baby. We had Meg come with her kids, and then Aaron and Sophia. I thought that was a sweet pick. You even dressed up for the night, Sophia. You were so cute. And then just all of us hanging out. Ryla, we had Jason who experienced his first Ryla, and I hope that he goes again. He's also interested in being an Interact advisor, so thank you for taking on that in your first year. I think these are all great memories of Ryla, and we got to send 2 students there as well. A couple weeks ago, almost, or maybe a month, right? Memorial Day flags, again, it was rainy, but we got it done. We got to hear from 3 of our members, a charter member, a new member, and Godfather Dean. It was great to hear all about Rotary through your eyes. And then we also got to have Mickey come visit, and he actually got to have a beer with us, you know, legally, which was a highlight for me since at Laura's wedding. But anyway, it was really great that you can come back. So Nevin, this could be you in a couple of years, come back, hang out, you're open to visit whenever. And then finally, Dustin, we're gonna celebrate you. Coming up next week, we're gonna see you at Riverfest. I really want a button, so I'm gonna hunt you down.
I'm the fencing, so anybody who wants a button early, that's it.
I want an early one. My daughter collects them, so we're gonna have to be the person with all the flair. And then finally, our last meeting was the Seeds of Service visioning. We just kind of shared our ideas of all the different service projects. We came up with 2 ideas that we're gonna do in the coming year. And we hope to do this more just to get your input of what you wanna see. So that was really quick. So this has been our year, and I think it's been a really awesome year. I kind of put together some of the photos that meant a lot to me. It's just been really great to be your president, and I've learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about just Rotary in general, and just I hope that you really enjoyed the magic of lacrosse and all that this year was. So with that, I started the year with some goals. Here are the 6 goals that I had. My top one was to make it fun and make the year magical. Grow our membership, connect with other Rotary clubs, donate and support the Rotary Foundation, do a peace poll or RFE project, go to RILA, do work with Interact and Gear Up. So here's how I fared. We are plus 11 members, missed it by 1. However, 8 of you have all left for jobs or any other thing, which is typical in a club like this. So we did grow, but we also lost a few. Number 1, made it fun and magical. I think I really hope you knocked that out of the park and really. The next one, supporting the Rotary Foundation. We did an awesome job. My goal for the annual fund was $7,000, and we did it at $11,529. Polio Plus. Polio Plus was from our Riverfest fencing and our plans for polio and any other small events. My goal was 2,200. We raised 3,755. So that's awesome too. It was also kind of a goal to have the points match, just to get people more aware of how points work and how Paul Harris points work. So we did that. Connecting with local clubs, we always are really good at that. We sent kids to RILA. We worked on our Gear Up students. We are working on the Interact. There's a potential to have a Luther club that's going to start. And the RFP project that we kind of did some of the money for was for Val to lead for the stoves and the water project. Peaceful project is still in the works, so they might see that coming up. But with that, the magic of lacrosse is not over. You can still relive it every day by living here. I think there's so much that this city has to offer, but also tying it into Rotary and just bringing it into our club. It was a great privilege to have you all experience that with me this year. Now, so if I can have the committee chairs come up, service chair Jenny. I just want to thank you for all that you've done as being the service chair. She has helped with all of the events all through the year. You took it on and it was greatness. I'm looking forward to what you've done. So please pick a plant. This is thanks for helping you grow Rotary. My daughter and I actually grew these from little tiny seeds as part of my job. So now they're this big. We started them in February for Habitat plant sales. So you can like grow the Rotary with this little magical plant in your house. So pick one and hopefully it doesn't die. Ashley Sandlin, the Ugly Sweater 5K and Youth Committee. So thank you for all you do. You are a rock star for the 5K. I don't know what we do without you. We probably have to hire someone. But thank you so much and I look forward for the next year. So did we want? Dean Dickinson. Just don't trip over the cords. So Dean, I just want to thank you for helping coach our foundation and your 5 minutes with Dean that you would talk about foundation topics. I think it's been a very great experience having you in our club, just getting your knowledge and just everything you have to offer and share. So it was great hearing your vocational. I'm glad it's recorded and I hope that everyone will learn something from you. So thank you. You're welcome. You can take a plant anyone you want. We have Neil. Neil and Nathan. Nathan's not here, so I'll give him, but is Neil still here?
Yeah.
All right. Neil, it's been great having you as membership chair with me, with Nathan and also as the president-elect. So I'm gonna hand you this and I'm gonna hand you a key as well because you're in charge of that key and being here early. And I'm gonna enjoy eating at a meeting. I didn't even get any Mexican corn pizza, it's my favorite. But thank you so much for all that you do and I'm looking forward to your year too. You're welcome. And then Marissa. Marissa, I don't know what I would do without you. You hold everything together and you're so organized and dedicated to Rotary and all the things that you do. So for being foundation co-chair, public image, just listening to me and all the things, being my meme friend and court friend, but thank you for everything that you do. So you spread the magic of Rotary.
Proud of you. Thank you.
And I have one more special one and then a couple more from parts. Alicia. Alicia did a great job as being a secretary and just diving in. She was also service chair a few years ago and a newer member, but I've had a lot of good conversations with you and it's always great to see your smiling face at the table. So thank you to grab a hand. You're welcome. And I do have a plant for Danny and Eric for being great host families. I have one for Lori for being an excellent treasurer. I have one for Bill Pritchard because just because. It's all good things. And then Laura, because you've always been my first friend that I ever met at Rotary. I met her at a social and she's like, who are you? And I'm like, I don't know. Want to be friends? Sure. And then we've been our friends ever since.
What's my name in your phone?
Laura Rotary.
Yeah.
And I haven't changed it. And I don't plan on to. Also then Brandon, just always having like great encouragement and always participating in events. I know you're very busy with life and work. Please grab a plant. Bring it home to Allison. She can have a plant too. All right. So with that, I just also want to thank the board of directors. That was this year. It's me, Neil, Phil, Sammy, Nathan, Danny, Jason, Lori, Brad, Alicia, and Joe. So thank you for all that you did with our board meetings. It was great just to meet up on the third Tuesday and have a big quick chat. And I thank you all for all your help. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Neil to introduce the next board.
Nice. So guys, I'm excited. This upcoming year will be a blast and I'm really excited to be on this board with so many other dedicated Rotarians here. So we got Steph as our past president, then we got President-elect Amy, and then we got President-elect nominee Dustin. And then we got our treasurer Brad, And then Secretary Joe, he's in Calgary right now, so he can't be with us at Rotary International Convention, so that's pretty cool. And then we got Secretary-elect, that's Megan. And then Director 1-year role, Jolene. And then we got another Director 1-year role, Peter. And then we have Sergeant at Arms Nicole Tressoni, and then Jason Jones is on his 2nd year of his 3-year director role. I'm really excited to have you guys all on the board. And I'm gonna throw this out here, if you guys want to become a treasurer-elect, you're more than welcome to join the board this year too, again. So we'll constantly looking for that, but I'm really excited to have everyone on here, and I know this board will be a really good one, and I'm really excited for this year. Is this when we do a transition? All right, passing of the gavel. So before we officially pass the gavel, I want to say like a couple words about Steph. I don't know if you guys have seen, just from all her presentation, you can just tell the intentionality that she put into her year and the planning that she put through. And I thought she did a wonderful job for our club. She brought a lot of life, a lot of fun in it, and I just want to commend you for a great Rotary year. You've been a lot of help. So thank you, Steph. Congratulations.
Thanks. If I could have all the past presidents come up, we're gonna do our little passing of the gavel. It's oldest to most current, if you could get in line, please. Dina, no, you're part of it too.
Yeah, you want to, oldest one, you're all. Guess what?
Yeah, that's okay. I won't make you do it though, if you don't want to. Okay, you don't have to. I don't wanna. Am I talking to my 3-year-old? Okay. All right, so with the passing of the gavel, the past presidents of our club offer up a little advice to Neil as you're coming in. So my advice to Neil is to use your resources, but don't overuse them. And also seek out new members for new opportunities. All of us were new members to this club at some point, and somebody tapped us on the shoulder and said, get involved. So look at all these newbies in the crowd, get them involved, because otherwise you're never gonna not be involved. And I mean that in the nicest of ways.
I guess you have to be around longer in order to get that first spot.
Yeah.
Because they always take the good advice down there, but I would definitely echo that. Use all the people around you. We're all here to support you to make sure that you have a great year as president. And the more people you get involved with things, the less you actually have to do, because it's going to be a lot of stuff to do. And it also just makes it a more enjoyable experience when the more people that get involved. So reach out and bring everybody into all the things that you do, and you'll be very successful. So good luck to you. I know you'll do great.
Wow, that's tough acts to follow. One thing I love about Rotary and our club is that each president brings such a different experience for everybody. And Neil, I'm so excited to see you lead this club. Make it what you want it to be. It's your year. It goes so fast. And like I told Steph many times, like, don't have any regrets. Just do what you want to do. You have all of us in your court cheering you on and here to support you. So have a blast. It goes so fast, and enjoy the ride.
I would agree with everything they said. It goes by really quickly. A year feels like it's gonna take forever, and there are days that it does feel like it's going pretty slowly, but it goes by quickly. So enjoy it, lean on those around you. It's gonna be a year of growth, so it'll be great, and you'll do great.
Neil. Everything they said, but I would add, enjoy including all the people here. You'll make the best friends of your life. and enjoy stepping outside of your comfort zone. Because you will do no wrong in the eyes of all these great people here, because we're all gathered for the same purpose. And we're here to back you up, so just have fun. But take that moment to step outside of what you are used to doing, because that will make it even more better, so.
Neil, got big shoes to fill. But I'll still be there for you. I'm just really excited that you'll be our next president. I think you're gonna make a great overall year and have a spin on it. I think the first few meetings that you have planned are gonna be really great, just to get to know you and what you're about. And I also wanna say that usually, like in our president year, something usually big happens. So I hope something big, exciting in your life happens, not just being president, but also with you and Pod as well.
Thank you.
And I hope she comes to lots of things, because she's always welcome.
Oh, yeah.
So with that, I'm gonna hand you the gavel. And your year will start in less than a week, right? On July 1st. So with that. I think, yeah, we have all that. Do you wanna say anything else?
Well, I'm just really excited for this year. Steph's been a pretty big help so far and I'm just really excited. I think these next few meetings are gonna be fun and intriguing, so I'm really excited. Yeah.
You can ring the bell and we'll finish out the meeting.
Yes, and then we have a gift for you. Steph, yeah, you can open it here, you can open it later, but we want to celebrate you more than you can club, so.
Thank you.
Gift for you.
Thank you very much. Thanks, you. Since we're going on time, you know, me and my time I had struggled in the beginning with going over time, so here we are with the last meeting. But we have a party after, so I want everyone to go through the Rotary vision and say it all together. We'll do our 5-way test and then we will take a group photo. So together, we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe in our communities and in ourselves. And then the 5-way test, if you could all stand, of the things we think, say, or do. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? And is it fun? And with that, my year is complete in the magic of Rotary, and thank you all. And just stay after so you can get a group photo. Thank you so much, and come to Top Shots afterwards.
I'll just send you what they are, but you're not gonna read bottom. They were like people.